get my chair right this morning.
Good morning. Hey. What's up, Flame? Good morning. Hey. What's up, Soul Tribe? Hey. Good morning. Hey. It's all about the energy. It's all about the energy. It's all about the energy. It's kind of crazy. They all want your energy. Been on a fence, it's a friend or an enemy. It's clear apparently. They want your energy. I get it. It's all about your energy. Hey. It's all about the energy. It's all about your energy. Is this a friend or an enemy? It's clear apparently. It's all about the energy. Hey. Hey. It's all about your energy. All about the energy. Good morning. Good morning. Hey. Cause they working with the moon, but we working with the sun. We stuck up in our groove, got the demon on the run. Let's go, tribe. Hey. We got the demon on the run again. Out here acting like a hooligan. Hey. We got the demon on the run again. It's all about the energy. I need help, Lord. These spirits out to get me. My life been getting tricky. The world is going crazy, respect is lost. You must discern the truth or expect to get lost. Ashe. Ashe. Hey. It's all about the energy. All about the energy.
Morning, tribe.
Hey, guys.
Pray everyone is in good spirits.
Okay.
And with good spirits.
Hope you guys are doing well and positive energy and attracting the life that you desire because it's your birthright, okay? We're coming through with another live for you guys. Take the message how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, to run your girl and your boy up with some hearts. Hey, Liz. What's up? Good morning. Where you guys from? Where you guys at this morning? We are so glad to have you in our energy. Of course, we're coming through with a reading, okay? Let's see what it is this morning. right? If you're here for a reason. Okay.
Okay, everyone. Good morning. I'm not gonna be using the mic up close. I'm pretty sure you can hear me. I move better like this. I like my hands. I need my hands for my mood drives. So I got some cards here. I don't really have any downloads. I've been rocking with the Soul Activation deck. So I'm gonna pull 2 cards out of here, set a tempo. Before I start, I want to say good morning and grand rising tribe to everyone. I pray that you are in good spirits and in with good spirits.
What's up, paper friends? Mr. Clean. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. I seen you guys yesterday. So thank you for joining us again. Okay. What's up, y'all?
Oh, well,
Revenge. Hey.
something did just come to mind, and I just want to encourage everybody to persevere. Right, what God has for you to do, you know, it's imperative that you get it done. Right, fight through all resistance. Fight through what your mind may be telling you, because you know our mind can play tricks on us. That's the biggest tricky one right there, your own mind, right? Begin to see our own self. See your own self, right? And don't let your mind stand in the way. Look, I've been talking about this name all week. Mother Gaia falls out. Mother Earth. I'm feeling her presence this morning. Let's see what the footnote says. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. And I was speaking yesterday about Mother Gaia having many names across the world. One name that we are familiar with in the United States of America is Mother Nature or Mother Earth, right? That's Gaia. That's that kind of energy. So this morning, maybe somebody need to go out and connect with her. You could be 28 years old, right? You could be born in the year 1982 as well. Could be significant here. Get one more card. Realization. You could be 37 years old. 73 could be significant. 23 as well. 38. Realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as our external process of becoming our highest expressions in this world. This card is speaking about noticing self, the realization of yourself. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth. What's in your heart? Maybe Spirit is calling somebody to look at your heart. Even in your manifestations, right? Are you trying to bring something into fruition that's not really in your heart? Gonna be kind of hard to do that. So make sure what you're trying to manifest is something that's really in your heart. It's rooted in your heart. You begin to work against yourself. So we got Gaia and we got realization. Maybe somebody need to realize the power of Mother Gaia this morning. Mother Earth. Find a way to connect with big world power. Water, earth, all of the elements can get you in touch with Mother Gaia energy. Particularly going out and you know, the forest, going to the water, going down by the shoreline, anywhere, right? Just find you a sacred place. Make a sacred space. Acknowledge Mother Gaia this morning. That's the energy.
Okay. When I lead from a place of love, people respect me. Okay. So I feel like I'm talking to, you know, a room full of leaders, and, you know, you could be the first leader in your family. You could be the generational curse breaker. You know, you could just be that person that, you know, is making a change. But I feel like with the next card, it says, never forget your roots. Our roots keep us grounded. So I feel like with this right here, Spirit is saying that even though you could be becoming a leader, never forget where you come from. I'm hearing remain humble, right? You know, it's very important when we take positions of leadership, that we remain humble, because when we fall from the top, it's a hard fall, right? So spirit is just saying remain humble here in your position of leadership. Lead from a place of love, and it makes people respect you. Like, you can't, you don't want to demand or down talk people. As a leader, that doesn't really gain you any kind of respect, right? So spirit is just saying make sure you stay humble here. And then we have serenity through love, right? See, you should be leading from a place of love, compassion, empathy, right? I feel like as a leader too, it's very important right now to watch how you speak to people, right? If you are a person who considers yourself to be influential, which a lot of you guys are, right? You should really be working on how you're speaking to people, right? Because think about it. If you are a person that God has given leadership or power to, and you are a person that speaks, because you could be a speaker that I'm talking to, how do you think your words affect the people that you speak to when you're speaking negatively, when you're speaking out of a place of anger, when you're speaking out of a place that's not compassion and empathy? So I feel like spirit is just wanting to remind all of us leaders that the words that come out of our mouth can become positive or negative spells, right? Spell casting, in the form of words. So I feel like right now it's very, very important to watch the things that we say and how we treat the people that we are leading. Okay. Serenity's here. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. I have gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have wisdom to let the universe do its work. So this is a person, this is a leader allowing God to lead you so that you can lead the collective. Okay. And then if you notice, it says, I have a gentle view of life. Okay. So it's something about you needing to be gentle leader. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you could be a leader and maybe you could be, coming off a little bit harsh lately and maybe you don't realize it. And maybe you could be wondering why your delivery is not being received the way you were like it. Right. So sometimes we have to try a new approach to get new results, right? Something about that. So I just feel like this message right here is just, for us leaders to stay humble and watch how we speak to each other.
Okay. Um, my reading looks a little different, right? Over here I have empowerment, emergence, and miracle. So I'm gonna give you what it's giving me in my intuition. First of all, the age 26 could be significant, 25 could be significant, and 33 could be significant. Empowerment, emergence, and miracle. It screams of, um, let me read the footnote. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. So this is definitely along the same lines that she's speaking about, uh, as far as unity goes, and as far as uniting us with other people. This empowerment and this emergence, though, I really feel like it's coming from a place of you having to come from out of yourself, in a sense, to emerge into something that's miraculous. Empowerment, emergence, and miracle. It's movement, right? It's like God giving you a rhythm, maybe of leadership. She speaks of leadership. Maybe you're empowered in a certain type of way. Okay, that's one thing, to be empowered. But then comes the emergence, right? Which means that you have to come from one place to another place. And in that, you got to fight all your mental battles. Most importantly, when you get empowerment and the emergence, this kind of energy, I feel it's important to say that we got to be able to look at ourselves. When you empowered, the first place that you use your power is on you. If God gives you the ability to see, look into your life. If God gives you the ability to heal, heal yourself, right? Everything that God gives you or empowers you with is best tested and tried and true on yourself. You are the testing ground. So if you are in an energy of empowerment, definitely put the emphasis on you. And remember, your greatest enemy is within. No external influence can affect you like the enemy that's trapped inside of you. And that's what a lot of us don't want to realize. We look at everything outside of us and we blame things for this is not, that makes it hard for a lot of us to receive real strong things that encourage us, because we can't deal with the enemy inside of ourselves. So when somebody says something, we it's an energy of projection that we put up. It's like, oh no, this is being said to me. But at the same time, this is tapping something that's deep within you that quite possibly needs you to take note of. Empowerment. The gifts that God invests on us, best used on us. Emergence. This is when you begin to use your gifts on others, for others, and the help of humanity. The raising of the collective. Emergence. It's coming out. Coming into your power. Coming into your own right. Right of passage, right of leadership, right of whatever it is. It's emergence. And to emerge, when you think about it, empowerment and then emergence, you coming out strong. Miraculous even. We got the miracle here, clarified by 33. Like I said, age 33 could be significant. So I'm going to read the footnote for miracle and move out the way. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible.
Okay. And so next I have, it's time to show up for yourself. Okay. And it says, today I consciously choose to think loving thoughts, take compassionate actions, and bring forth peaceful energy. So someone, today is the day where you bring peace to yourself, to your own mind. Today is the day where you focus on yourself. Now, you could be married, you could be in a relationship, you could have children, but I feel like Spirit is saying there's something in you that needs attention, okay? Right? It's something in all of us that needs attention. It's time to show up for yourself. I don't know, it could be a small project that you've been putting off on the back burner. It could be some self-care. It could be, some meditation, prayer, whatever it is. It's time to show up for yourself. And we got here and now, okay? And it says the future does not exist and the past is gone. I focus on the present moment. I have confidence in life again, because here, now, there is no danger. Everything happens when my soul is ready. So yeah, it's time for you to show up for yourself. You feel it in your bones is what I'm hearing. It's like, you feel that it's time to show up differently, and I mean, you've already been cleaning yourself up, but I'm talking about there's something even different. I don't know, people could think you're one way and you could be like, I am so totally different. I just feel like there's something different here. Definitely heavy on the you could really be waking up in the middle of the night and, like, I don't know, things could be interrupting your sleep. You could just be having a lack of being able to just get a peaceful sleep here, because it's go time, because it's time for something to change, because maybe God is waking you up so that you can write, can meditate, whatever it is. There's something that it's time to show up for you.
Okay, over here, this is a little bit roundabout right here. We got Tantric Journey. Somebody could be 42. Root chakra. Somebody could have a newborn. Or I'm getting another read, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. And we got Dynamic. 23. Somebody could be 23 or 32, 24 as well. All right, the Tantric Journey to the root chakra. It's telling me that somebody in my energy, you come from a very promiscuous background, right? Life could have been, when you look back in life, it could be a mirage of different experiences that you have, right? And I don't feel like it's to reflect. It's for you to feel negative, right? It's for you to look back and look at what you learned with all that you've been through. Like I said, this Tantric Journey, it speaks of a person, and the root chakra, it's kind of like you was born into promiscuity. root chakra 1. This root chakra's got 1 right here. So I kind of feel like you could be close to 42 or 42 right now. And like I said, or you could be pushing 40. You could be somewhere in your upper 30s, right? I'm feeling. But I'm also feeling, like I said, with the tantric journey, somebody you could come from a very promiscuous background. And I feel like it was a journey. It wasn't, maybe you see it as something that you wish you could clean up. I don't know. But I will tell you, for you, it was a journey. And there's a lot of there's a lot of lessons that were learned through your sensual experiences. This is what the Tantric Journey card says. This frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. How to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences. So like I said, it's kind of reflecting back, and instead of looking at your promiscuous past as a thing of shame, look at it as something that you learned from. Because life truly taught you. Like, this is about somebody, and life has been a tantric journey. You look back and maybe you got a lot of experiences to reflect on. I don't know, I'm just telling you what I see in the energy, right? But it's leading to the dynamic. And it's something dynamic about whoever I'm picking up in this reading. I'm gonna read the frequency. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Right. Very dynamic person. Even shape-shifting abilities in a positive way. A shapeshifter isn't something that's always negative. I know people give it a negative name, but a shapeshifter, like, it basically is saying that. Harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin. That's the ability to shapeshift in a positive way. And this spirit says, with both familiar energies and completely new energies, and you do this with ease, grace, and with joy. Very effective person. So you learned a lot in life. So continue to reflect on your background and your past as something that you learn from. Never something to be ashamed of.
I don't know. I feel like I'm over here I'm over here for affirmations or something. So it says all I need is within me. So this could be an affirmation you need to say today. All I need is within me. Okay? You know, sometimes we go around outside of ourselves, right? And we look for things, but Spirit is saying that all we need is inside of us. You know, that juice, that drip I always talk about, that sauce that I told you you have inside of you.
Too much sauce.
You know, it's that thing that's inside of you that, you know, a lot of people want, but they can't get because it's in you, right? Something about that. So all you need is within you. This could definitely be a positive affirmation that you can need to write on your mirror. Okay. It says, I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. Okay. Now I'm talking, this has to be a person that's like grounded. This has to be a person that's like mentally stable, you know, by choice. I'm talking about, this is a person who consciously pays attention to what they put in their mind. This is a person that consciously pays attention to the people they allow in their space, right? So something about, you know, trusting your intuition, it is leading you in the right direction. And I feel like the right direction is within. Okay? That's the right direction. Like, you know, you could have been looking for your sister to give you an answer, your brother to give you an answer, for your mother to confirm. Because, you know, a lot of us, we wait for mama. We you know what I'm saying? We wait for mama to give us confirmation on things. Like, I know me, I used to be like, I want to quit this job. Let me call my mom first. Mom, look, I don't like this job and I'm about to walk out. And all I needed was her to be like, well, leave, you know. And I knew every time in my spirit that she was going to agree with me. Not that I was always right, you know, she just down for the ride, right? So sometimes it's just like knowing that all you need is inside of you and using your own intuition.
Soul time.
Okay.
Straight backing her up.
Number 40. Okay, you could be 40 years old, right? We got the calm. I breathe, live, and grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts, all fears dissipate, and I find peace in my being. That's deep, okay? That's like, you know, a very focused, you know, mindset. That's what I was saying. It's like, I don't know if someone's truly been like listening and like, you know, when we speak about mindfulness, there's someone and you literally been practicing this. Like, you know, I feel like things are changing because there's someone putting in effort. Like, let's be real. You know, I'm talking to people that are literally putting in effort. So if you're not putting in effort, this message is not for you. Okay? This message is for people that have been putting in effort because I'm seeing, you know, I'm seeing a peaceful life because of the choices that you're making, you know? And that's just simple as that. Things are changing because of your decisions, right? Things are changing because you decided to be obedient. You decided to sacrifice things. So things are changing for you, okay? All you need is within you, right? Ooh.
Oh, we on. Oh, yeah. And I wanted to say something to correlate with what she was saying. See, I be getting lost. I be in my intuition. It's a lot of cards coming out about focusing on self, right? As you focus on self, you got to block out the voices that's telling you that you all about self. Because it's going to feel like it's not even that you all about self, but at some point, right, you got to focus on self and you got to realize like you can't take yourself and give all of yourself to other people. It's you if you do it, you're not going to have enough left for you and yourself. So when you focusing on you, block out all the voices, right? The people that's meant to be there, they going to be there. Everything that God gave you that's going to be connected to you is going to stay connected to you. But if you neglect yourself, you can end up losing everything. So focus up on yourself and do it without, like I said, block out the voices, push back the energy, right? Don't give into that. And like she was saying, self and soul time to the consciousness. That's definitely about self. Soul time consciousness. It's time to go all the way within. The soulish aspect is the deepest part of you. There's no part of us that's deeper than the soul. The soul is the part that's connected to the past life energy. So when spirit is saying soul time to the consciousness, an effort needs to be made, right? In your soulish aspect. Maybe you need to embrace who you are, get to know who you truly are on a deeper level. It's soul time. You could be 40 years old, pushing 40. You could have a 17-year-old, right? 1940 could be significant too, as well. Or you could be 19, have a 19-year-old. And then the last card, which is the delight. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. So this is a deep card. With the delight, I just feel like it's kind of like an energy that spirit is trying to set. And if you can be obedient and tap into a deeper version of you and your soulish aspect and your consciousness, I believe it's going to bring a delight to you. It says feelings of intense joy and happiness, the capacity to create. That's where we create from, again, from your soul. You show me your greatest creation, and I could tell you, I could show you where your soul is in it. All the way down to cooking a meal, right? That's why they call it soul food. The best aspects of creativity come from your soulish aspect, the soulish part of you. So Spirit says it's soul time, right? So let's get with it. Consciousness.
Good morning. Okay. So I love this next energy. I'm not gonna lie. You know, this next energy is a person, and you know, literally, we just have to begin to let some things go. I am so familiar with this energy. This is the energy when you first find out like people are doing spell work, and like the spell work is real, and like, you know, the black magic, the voodoo, people's really been doing things behind the scenes.
Sure.
And you know, this is the energy where it's like, wait a minute, right? But I feel like this is a confirmation for someone. Someone needs to know that this is important. We got Proverbs 26:2 coming out, and I love this.
Curse don't work unless you deserve it.
And it says, curses cannot hurt you unless you deserve them. They are like birds that fly by and never light. Okay? So there's someone, and you need to know that, you know, the curses, they used to work because you deserve them, right? So when people would do things in the background, they would work to you because you were deserving of them, right? However, now that you've been doing the work on yourself, the curse, Proverbs says that the curse can't work anymore. Okay, the curse can't work anymore because you don't deserve it. You know, there's a person and you literally asked for forgiveness. You move forward. You forgave people. You forgave yourself. You're doing better. Life is great. You know what I'm saying? It's as good as it. I mean, it's great for you. It's not perfect, but it's great. It's like, you know, you're living. You're happy. You're smiling. Your children are healthy. You are healthy. So life is moving on. The curse cannot work unless you deserve them. So someone needs to remember this. You know, you could be in the energy of like, oh, I can't get ahead because people keep doing this. People keep doing that. The curse cannot work unless you deserve it. Even the dark witch. There was a dark witch on the Tasha K network one time, and she was speaking about how, you know, that most people can be hexed. Why? Because they don't stay in their divinity 24/7, right? But whoever you are, you're making a conscious effort. And when you make a conscious effort to stay in your divinity, to do the right things, then you keep yourself protected. And it says, I claim my desires. I hold great visions. I am ready to receive. Because you could be feeling like, you know, you weren't deserving of receiving because you were cursed or something like that, because of something. I feel like it could have even been word magic. This could have been your family, like, you know, saying some crazy stuff under their mouth because of how you practice, how you believe, or something like that. But Spirit says to remember, I am light. Okay? I am light. I always have hope. No matter the ordeal, I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God. I am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. I love this. This is such great energy.
Shine
okay?
bright like a
you
diamond.
know, to be spiritually strong, you know, that takes a lot of strength. You know, being spiritually strong is like, you know, turning the other cheek. It's like walking away, you know. It's like, you know, not
Shine
matching
bright
energy,
like a
you know.
diamond.
That is very hard, you know, to not do these things. Because I ain't gonna lie, you know, I was one of those people. I love matching energy. What? Let's go. Right? So, you know, to be a person that's able to let these things go, or at least try, you're trying, right? Because we're not perfect, right? Don't get me wrong. There's sometimes I'm with it, you know. You might catch me on that day and look, child, sis, I'm going there with you. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just keep going. You know, we're going to have days, you know, God doesn't expect us to be perfect, but he does expect us to make improvements, right? And I feel like this is what you're doing right now. So keep shining and know that the curses cannot work if you don't deserve them.
I'm over here. I got a drum tune coming to my head. I'm playing it in my mind, right? Hey, look. Proverbs 28, it says that the spell work doesn't work. 26, it says curses don't work unless you deserve them. All right, so if the curse don't work and you living in a way where you undeserving of it, don't let your own mind be the hex. Because a lot of time, like she said, you already you overstepped the curse, the magic that was thrown against you. Now you suffer from delusions of your own mind, right? Like, stop listening to what everybody is telling you, and stop allowing things to resonate in your life that don't resonate in your life. Like, I found that when it seems like you can't get a proper resonance and everything, just leave everything alone. Don't listen to nothing and nobody. When it gets confusing like that, fall all the way back. Spirit says it's soul time, right? At that time. Right here we got passion, synergy, and coherence. This is big energy. This is a culmination of somebody in spirit. This is like what I feel with this passion. This is like that newness of spirit. Like, you know, when you first get that relationship, or, you know, you first get, my cousin Nigel was speaking about being mounted by his angels last night, right? Or, you know, when you receive the Holy Ghost, or, you know, if you in E5, when you get mounted by your angels, right? It's that passion. Like, when you first had that communication, you feel like, you know, sometimes when you got this kind of passion, you be feeling like God done gave me a gift that he ain't give nobody else, right? It makes you feel like that kind of passion. It could be good. The synergy is definitely a combined energy. The word synergy means two energies that's combined. And when I see coherence, it's a culmination of spirit. Like somebody, you really tapping in on a deep level. You got a lot of passion about it. You could be 34 years old. You could be 41 years old. You could have a child that's 13, right? Passion and synergy. I love it. You know, it's like I said, I'm feeling like that beginning stage of somebody's spirituality where it's a real strong connection. Or maybe you could be returning back to that energy. Maybe you lost that passion and maybe you feel it coming back, right? One thing I can say that's really good is when the passion return, it feel, you know how you lose the passion, like you lose your mojo, and then all of a sudden it start coming back. You feel the energy coming back, the synergy. You feel yourself working with your higher powers again, the coherence. I love this energy for somebody.
Okay, so we got the third eye chakra showing up for you, the ajna. You can see. You're a seer. You could be a seer here. There could be someone trying to repress some emotions, and you could see this or something like that. Okay? Feelings we unconsciously avoid, block, or ignore. Someone could be blocking some feelings here, and you could be picking this up. Or this could be you with some repressed emotions here, and someone can see you. There's a seer here. Okay? There's someone that can see beyond the surface of you. Okay, a person that really truly does understand you, and you could be repressing some emotions here. Now, if it's you, if you're the person that's able to see, and there's someone else that is repressing the emotions, Spirit is saying, send out a prayer of love. It says, I send a prayer of love to all beings in need of a miracle. Okay. So there could be someone needing some kind of miracle. They could be repressing their emotions about what's going on. And Spirit is saying to send up a prayer for them. Okay. Everything turns into light. I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. I love this. Okay. You know, this is a person where you could already know a lot. You could already have a plethora of knowledge, right? But, you know, it's something about you still being able to learn more. You know, I feel like you're even a person that you can receive from a person that, you know, may not be as educated as you. Like, you know, you could be a CEO, and you could be a person you're able to take advice from the janitor, right? You know, something about that separates you from other people. That's why you have so much knowledge here. Okay. Everything you touch turns to light is what I'm seeing. I don't know. I'm hearing like the Midas touch, you know. You can have the Midas touch right now. Things could be literally like turning into gold for you. You know, there could be someone and you could be repurposing things around the home, you know, making them turn into gold. I'm seeing people, you know, you're learning that you don't always have to have a whole bunch of money, right? You could use the resources you already have and repurpose. And you could be doing this here. Okay, there could definitely be someone that doesn't know how to pray for themselves properly, and you could be definitely needing to say a prayer for them. Someone needs their prayer warriors, is what I'm saying. Okay. There could be someone having a child early as well. This child could be needing prayers because this is a miracle child. The child will be okay, right? But we just want to pray the child out safely. Yeah, someone's going like into labor early or something like that. This is a very gifted child. Okay, this could even be a child that was like predicted. Someone could have seen this child coming. Your parents, your mom, grandmom, something like that. Struggles come, but they never last. Okay? So, you know, someone could be going through something and they could really need your prayer because your prayer turns things around. You know, when you pray, it really shakes things up, you know. So someone could be needing that from you, you know. Maybe, and a person doesn't have to ask you. I'm telling you, they need it. Like, you could feel it. You know, there could be someone that you can notice that they are disturbed in their spirit, you know. And maybe they don't know the right words to say. Maybe they don't know the person to call. You know, maybe it's not as easy for them to, you know, call out for help when they need it. But there is a person around us. I'm gonna say us because I feel like it's all of us, and they need a silent prayer for a miracle, for some kind of change, for some kind of hope, something about that. You know what your prayers do, okay? There's nothing wrong with sending out an extra one for someone today. Okay, this could even be like someone you encounter throughout the day. Like they really could need you to like pray for them.
Yeah, you never know what people are going through. So over here I have authority, cosmic flower, remembrance, right? And I'm going to just say it like it's saying. Authority, cosmic flower, remembrance. Maybe you need to remember who you are. It's common. When I say you forgot who you was, trust me, all of us did. If you hear me say like somebody forgot who they was, I'm speaking about all of us because all of us have forgotten who we are. We are relearning ourselves. But Spirit says you have authority, cosmic flower. You could be 38 years old. You can have an 18-year-old, you can have a 10-year-old, right? Remembrance. Listen, when this remembrance feels like Akashic record energy, right? Allow it to give you. Allow your Akashic records to be giving, right? Allow them to be giving. Meditate, pray, hear your inner voice, hear your ancestors, hear your intuitions, right? You do this by way of remembrance. In the Bible, it says Spirit will bring remembrance to your aid, right? That's the scripture. Holy scriptures says the Spirit of God will bring remembrance to your aid. Remembrance. It's here to aid and assist us, but not memories of this life, so to speak. Memories of the past life energy. Who were we? What authority are you really moving in? I'm talking about memories on many different realms, not just this realm. Many memories of you on many different realms, right? Because Spirit is saying you are a cosmic flower. That's many realms. When I say authority, cosmic flower, I hear ranking in the ethers. That's what I hear. That's what this read to me. Ranking in the ethers. Authority, cosmic flower. So that's you. Yeah, continue to allow remembrance in on many levels. Like I said, I'm not talking about trying to sit there and go through your natural mind and remember things from this life. I'm talking about remembrance on a whole nother level where you open up your meditations and you let the ancestors bring in memories that you long have forgotten. Letting your soul reconnect the dots to past versions of yourself that you have long since forgotten. This kind of remembrance. Because once it starts kicking in, you're going to start finding the power to move in ways that you never could imagine. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything we have gone through as a soul and a body. Wow, that's ooh, that give me the chills. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything we have gone through as a soul and a body. Didn't I just say past life energy? That kind of remembrance. Providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Allow remembrance to come in and aid you in this life. Memories of who you were, cosmic flower, in another life. Because in that life, quite possibly, you had an authority that you really just have yet to even tap into. It's an authority it's a blast from the past, I'm hearing them say. This authority is a blast from the past. So, and your natural mind is not where you're going to find it. But in the memories of your soul is where spirit is urging you. Remember what spirit said out here. Soul time. Soul time. Go deeper.
Okay. So I got give more. It says service, kindness, help, and donate. Okay, so spirit could be requiring more from you. I hear, there is more that I require of thee. Okay, I just heard Shakita Glory.
Where your heart and soul say yes.
Yes. I just heard that, okay? But give more. Service, kindness, help, and donate. Okay? And then we have the more I honor my inner light, the more I brighten the world. I choose to shine. Okay,
shine
so you're
bright
choosing
like a diamond
to shine, right? By giving service, and I feel like you giving service brings in success. There's a person, you could have been a little bit selfish at one point. You know, you could have been a person where everything was me, you know, and now it's like, you know, I want to help the community, you know, sister, you know, brother kind of energy. Okay, and last but not least, I have success. I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me towards victory. I direct my thoughts toward clarity and nurture wisdom. I love and the love and goodness within me. I am free now and I succeed in my life. So giving service by you being, you know, being a person that's in service, a healer, you know, by you doing whatever you're doing. There could be someone you could have donated to like Goodwill or something recently. I'm not talking about the trash that you wanted to throw away. I'm talking about like some good stuff, you know, the things that you would want to wear, right? You know, someone could have donated something. You could have donated to a good cause. You could need to. There's someone, you know, you could be needing to offer some help. And you could be like, well, I need help. But Spirit is saying, you know, right now you do have more than what you need. So there's something about giving back here. Even when you have a little bit, you still have to be willing to give. I'm only telling you something that I know, right? So something about you becoming successful due to all of your service. And I love this for you. That's a part, you know, that's the journey. That's the mission, the service that we do. So kudos to you.
Somebody just made mention of buying groceries for a family yesterday from Walmart. I want to say kudos, that's a good thing to do, but you do take away from the spiritual value of it when you tell people that you've done a thing like that. Some of those things are best left unsaid. Holds more value that way. We do have universal love to the sacral chakra. Universal love, 44 could be significant. You could be 44. You could also be, you can have a child that's 2. Universal love, I'm gonna read the footnote. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole existence itself. And that's good because that speaks about the cards that she had out before she put them away. She had a card that says give more, right? And show kindness. And then sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires, and stimulates our creative power to manifest success, abundance in our lives. So this is speaking about relationships and universal love. Build on, bro. Build on, sis. Well, that was the message. We gotta get out of here. I'll be back on at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll have downloads, no cars, just downloads.
We love you guys so much. We hope you guys enjoyed the message. We hope you guys have a great Monday, right? It's a beautiful day to have a great week, right? And so I feel like if you were here, you're starting your week off great, you know, positive. And, you know, I look forward to this week. I look forward to it being better than last week. And let's go.
It's a
if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the page. We love you guys so much. We're elemental beings, and we'll catch you later.